Central Alabama Master Gardeners. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you, Tanya, for having us.
You know, we look at people like you who just know what to do. You go out there, you know what to plant, you know what it's supposed to look like during harvest time, and we wonder where you start. Is this a good place to start at this Lunch and Learn?
Oh, it really is, because it's for whatever your level of gardening experience, you'll find hopefully something to take away. And we tend to have some interaction toward the end too, so maybe if you're really experienced, you can share it with us. But it is a good place to start with just the basics of what kinds of vegetables can be planted in the fall that will grow through the winter and possibly even into spring. And I brought the peppers today just to demonstrate that you can actually extend your season by a second planting of even some summer veg that will go through the first
Look how
trees.
colorful and nice those are. And what kind of peppers are these that we're
Well,
looking
I
at?
have a red bell, I have banana, I have a jalapeno, I have Anaheim, cayenne, and just some plain green bell.
Okay, how do you like to eat these? Just in a salad, or do you like to?
I'm not into hot peppers. I make pepper sauce out of the cayenne peppers.
Good stuff.
And, but yeah, for the banana peppers and the bell, just on a salad. And Anaheim's great. It's a mild hot pepper, and it's great for just seasoning a stew or something if you just want a little kick, but not too much.
Not too much. Okay. Well, I mean, and this, I love this stuff. It's husband and wife, and you both are into this. And what if there are, you know, people out there who say this is a great way to maybe incorporate, you know, my spouse or even another relative. Say if you think your son or daughter might like this, or your grandson or granddaughter. What a nice way to spend time and see something that you work on, see the results of it.
And we have such rollicking good arguments about our gardening.
I was thinking it was just a love fest, and you're saying not always, but I just think it's lovely that you can do something like this with a family and maybe teach these kids that, you know, you don't just, this doesn't just come from the grocery store, it starts somewhere, you know?
Yes. Our grandson, we have two grandsons, but our older one, who's 4, has actually been out in the garden with us, and he loves picking the strawberries right off, when I have strawberries, right off the plant and sticking it in his mouth. We're totally organic, so in fact, you could take one of those peppers right now, even one of the hot ones, and put it right in your mouth. You can say,
thank you. Thank you for the offer. What are the kinds of things that you will learn here? We're talking about what you could plant. What are some of the things that you could plant in the
Well, the
coming
focus that we will be on Wednesday is on fall gardening. So we'll be talking about extending the season with some heat-loving vegetables, things like peppers and tomatoes and so forth. But then we'll be talking about planting vegetables that are intended to go through the fall and winter. So for us here in Central Alabama, that's things like brassicas, collards, kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, things that you can plant and actually will grow throughout the winter, and you can actually harvest those fresh in January and bring them right into your table. So you don't have to worry about refrigerating or freezing things or canning things. You're able to harvest and serve fresh vegetables.
Yeah, right there. It's wonderful. And as you were talking about that, I was just thinking about, you know, just how nice that is too, to just be able to sustain, you know, something like that you can, you know, that adds to your life. It can add to your life. It really can.
it is healthy. And you made such a good point earlier that we especially would like children and young people to understand where their food comes from and to support their local growers. It's so important.
It really is. And it's delicious.
No, nothing tastes like a plant or a vegetable that just came off the plant a couple of hours earlier.
Yeah, especially if it's your plant. That's
right.
So tell us about the lunch. Where is it? What's the fee?
Go ahead.
It will be at the Elmore County Extension Office Auditorium. It's free. That's the good news. It will be this coming Wednesday, which is the 14th of August. That location is 340 Queen Anne Road in Wetumpka.
And you bring your lunch?
You bring your lunch. It's a bag lunch, but then drinks are provided.
Oh, that's nice. Aisha, what's the best way to find that?
Well, the best way is you could just simply call the Extension Office, and that number is 567-6301. And I did mean to mention that the Lunch and Learn is 12 to 1. So it's a short time. You can do it over your lunch hour and get in and out.
And learn a lot.
And learn a lot, right.
I mean, those little nuggets that you might not think of about, expanding your garden, making your vegetables that much better and fresher and brighter and prettier. I can't imagine them being much prettier than these peppers right here. Thank you so much for sharing that with us and sharing that information. And hopefully, if you want to, you can get out there on Wednesday and learn how you can grow these beautiful peppers right there in your own garden. Thank you so much.
Great.
The
Thank you,
Bordens
Tanya.
were here with us. All right, Amanda